Following is a video in which I tried to code a real startup idea from Greg Eisenberg's podcast for close to 1.5 hours and then terribly failed. There are a couple of instances where I failed. One is with API key management, the second one is with Google authentication, like login. Other than that, it did a pretty decent job. I didn't want to publish this video, but then I felt that if I don't publish this video of I'm failing with I would be doing a massive disservice by just showing everything that works. So this is going to be like 1.5 hours video where I'm going to like wrestle with AI and fail a lot. Ultimately, the app was not published, the app was not deployed, it did not happen anything like I expected. But I still want to publish this video out there as a record, as a matter of record, to just show that it did not work. So you don't have to watch the rest of the video other than this, until you want to see how I struggled and how I wrestled. The first 10 minutes could be useful, but the rest of the video is just me battling with AI and not getting the job done. I'm not saying that this is bad AI, but this actually shows that there is a gap that we can come and fill in. And that is why real programmers are required, because a lot of people on my comment section, especially university graduate students, are saying that, okay, maybe programming is not going to be useful. I don't have to learn to code. This is exactly why you need to learn to code. Get in the video. Let's try AI coding with a real startup idea. So I've got an idea from Greg Eisenberg's The Startup Ideas podcast. Recently, Cody Schneider, co-founder and CEO of Swell AI, came on the podcast. And one of the idea that he discussed is AI HTML generator. So he talks about solve the pain of writing email HTML. So it's going to be like AI powered tool where you can just give a prompt. It can create the email and it can show you a preview, just like how V0 and Claude does it. So I wanted to see if we can use Replit or Cursor and then build this. I'm going to start with Replit, but I wanted to be very clear that I've not tried this idea before. This is going to be a live activity. Even though this is not live, this is a pre-recorded video, but I'm going to do this live just to make sure that I don't have any biases about a project that can work. I would only want to cherry pick. I wanted to pick one idea literally. This is a podcast that I was listening today, and I wanted to do this and then see if it can work. There are a bunch of nuances that we might have to handle here, but let's see. Let's go along and then see how it goes. One of the most important things is we need a decent UI in which I can just describe something about an HTML email and then it can actually give me the preview. And I went ahead and then searched online and then asked about like HTML email generator. I came across a bunch of links where they are giving me like a GUI option, graphical user interface, where I can drag and drop and then it can build the HTML email for myself. I'm not sure if this is the level that we'll reach, but anyways, let's try it out. Another important aspect is I've heard from a lot of people at this point that Replit, sometimes, you're getting the credit limit issue. So you run out of credits, it goes into a loop. So if you're going to follow along, I would strongly encourage you to not let it go on loop. And the second thing is, in case during the course of this video, if I ran out of credit out of Replit, then we'll move to Cursor and then we'll start coding with Cursor. The ultimate objective is, can we create at least a basic version of this idea that Greg Eisenberg and Cody Schneider discussed on this particular podcast, which was, I think, published on September 2nd on YouTube. I don't know when it was published on podcast. So let's start with that. So the very first thing, if you remember my previous videos, what we want to do is, we want to first create like a technical spec document. So imagine you're going to hire an intern or a freelancer and you want to give them something to work on. And how do you give them? You just don't give them and then say, hey, can you build an AI email generator? I mean, that's not how easily it works. What you need to do is you need to give them a spec. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this idea here. Okay. So I'm literally going to copy this and I'm going to go to ChatGPT and I'm going to do the same thing that I did before. So I've gone to ChatGPT and I'm going to say, I have hired an intern / freelancer to build a new project. I want to give the specs and technical document, requirement specs. Let's call it requirement spec and technical document for them to build. I have zero knowledge on tech stacks. I want to keep this as simple as possible. I want to ultimately have user login, preferably Google if possible. Let's go. So I've just given this information. Again, Google login is a bit of a pain to do. If you have to do like Firebase and a bunch of integration. So we'll see if we can get there. But right now, we're going to create a very simple project overview. We have got the project overview. I don't know why did it update the memory. Okay, it's updating a memory that I've got an intern. That's weird. So we have got the project overview that says AI HTML generate, simplify the process of writing HTML, email HTML using AI, tools with visual preview. Okay, that's exactly what they discussed in this particular podcast. Like if you go to that particular timestamp, you can probably hear AI HTML generator. You can probably see. I don't want to play this, and you can probably see that they are saying that this is huge thing, and you can do email templating, and you just write something, and then it will generate something. And the way you can market this is through SEO. You create like a bunch of templates, like email template for let's say production manufacturing, email template for software, and then you do it. So this is the idea. So the first part is correct. Key features: user authentication, email HTML generation, AI to generate HTML code for emails, provide a simple input interface where user can specify the requirement, visual preview, display a real-time visual preview of the generated email, editable output, save and export. Cool. Tech stack, it is suggesting us to go with React, Material UI or Bootstrap, React Quill, and Node.js, Express.js. Okay, it's giving us a bunch of interesting setup. It's giving a bunch of OR. I'm not sure how this is going to work out, but I'm going to literally copy paste, assuming that I don't have good knowledge. Go to Replit, and as you can see here, I did not do anything on Replit after the previous attempts. So I'm going to paste it. I pasted the document. This is the requirement document for AI email generator. Is that called AI email generator? No, AI email HTML generator. Okay. I got this. Okay, now I want you to build this with minimal resources as possible. If there is any connection or API I've got to use, please let me know. Otherwise, happy building. I've just told it happy building. Okay, cool. So I've just pasted the document and I'm asking it to build it. I hope that it comes up with a decent MVP. As you can see here, it has already created the title of the project, in this case AI HTML Gen, and it is most likely going to read the HTML email. And I don't know what is the LLM that is being used behind, but mostly I assume like the quality of what it is building could be Claude 3.5 Sonnet, or could be like multiple LLMs, because one thing that we observed in the previous video is that it basically talks like it's a team. I'm not sure if that is the case. It's created a plan. One thing I like about Replit agent is that it always gives you these additional features. So one is build the initial prototype. Would you like to implement any of these additional features? We can make changes later on. Implement user authentication using Google. Add more customization option for email templates. Create a library of pre-designed templates. Okay, I like these two, the first one and the third one. Implement advanced AI. No, content suggestion is fine. Okay, so it says that I've approved the content plan and it is going to build the prototype. And very important thing that we have to notice is, okay, it's using Flask first of all, and it is also initializing a database locally. That's very interesting. Yeah, this is okay. It is going to, oh, it's doing OpenAI. I should have. Yeah, now I have to get OpenAI API key. This is a pain because I don't have an active OpenAI API key. So maybe I should have said that we should use Grok. That's my bad. Let's see. We can make the change after that. And let's get the very first version. As you can see here, it is installing OpenAI. And once it is all done, we'll get the first preview. Meanwhile, I want to use Grok. And what I'm going to do is, meanwhile, I'm going to go ahead and then grok.app.grok grok.com, I guess. Is it the right, or is it console.grok.com? Anyway, I should have just gone to grok.com. I'm going to log into this. How do I log in? Why is it so difficult to log in these days into these applications? Seriously. Okay, I'll ask Google. Sorry, Google. Grok login. Playground API keys. I'll directly go to API keys. I've gone to console.grok.com. I can create a new API key and keep it ready. So I've created a new API key. I can say that this is AI HTML gen. Okay, I've created a new API key. So this is going to be a new API key. Somewhere here I have to say that I want to do this with Grok, not OpenAI. Seems like it's going to be a lot of work because it's tightly integrating everything with OpenAI here. This is one improvement that you could do. Like if you were to follow this tutorial along, then probably when you tell ChatGPT, you can say that, did it actually mention OpenAI anyway? Yeah, it said OpenAI. Yeah, we could have just simply said that I want to do this with Grok, and that would have been much easier rather than what we are currently doing. Anyways, it's installing all the libraries. Once again, like I said in the previous video, it goes with poetry, which is something that I like because, okay, yeah, it's asking, so it's asking me to add the secret. Can we replace OpenAI LLM backend to Grok? And if you don't know about Grok, let me know. I don't know if I can give documentation information. Let's see, Grok documentation. Okay, so this is a sample code of using Grok. Okay, I'll give the sample code. Here is the sample code of Grok. What is the LLM that they're using? They're using Llama 3 8 billion parameter model. Okay, cool. I'm going to just send this. So I've given the example code for it to not use OpenAI and use Grok, and I can then use Grok API key. So it's thinking. I hope it makes the necessary changes. It even got one particular file which literally says OpenAI integration. So Replit agent or AI, you owe my apology. So we can use this. Oh, I think it didn't understand that it has to change the code. Cool. Add the secret. That's fine. You managed to get the Grok API key from me. I'm always very scared whenever somebody asks me to put the API key somewhere. In this case, I know for sure, like I can go ahead and then like revoke the key. But otherwise, I'm usually very paranoid about entering any key. So there is this concept of bring your own key, BYOK. And unless until I can see the source code of the application, I'm very paranoid about going and adding okay, it still wants OpenAI key. We should replace OpenAI integration with Grok integration. And you need pip install Grok, and here is the sample code. I guess we are actually going to go on loops. I don't think it is going to understand because it is still thinking that it needs OpenAI API key. So that's kind of a shame. It's my fault. I'm taking responsibility. Or what we can do is we can clear this project, come back, and create a requirement where we have to do it with Grok. I'm updating our email HTML generator to use Grok instead of OpenAI AI-powered HTML generation. This change will improve performance. I'll let you know once the integration is done. Oh, it's actually creating a new file. Okay. I hope it understood. It is editing. Cool. We have got Grok installed. And I think I've already given the key, so it should be fine with the key. Yeah. Oh, it deleted. Oh, cool. It removed everything inside that. That is cool. And it is restarting the Flask app. That is cool. And we have already given the key. That is good. So, yep, I will give you the key. I'm going to give you the key. I thought you already have it. It'll be nice, like, it's going to talk to me, so I can say, hey, you already got the key from me. Are you stealing from me? So I can have this friendly banter. Install Flask. Why do we need a psycopg to restarting the Flask? Okay. It Once the app is running, like I said in my previous video, somehow I feel like it's quite obsessed with Flask as a stack main Python library. But we also developed certain applications using Streamlit, so I cannot say that it's entirely biased with Flask. Let's see, it's still thinking. um, so we want it to spin up the server and run. Okay, why is it taking a screenshot? Valid API key. Time. What does time mean? MCE. What is happening here? Okay, let me go to new tab. What is tiny MCE? What is tiny, in fact? Okay, it's a rich editor that allows you to create formatted content with user. Okay, let's go ahead, just get a free key. Maybe I have to log in. Is it? So it seems it is an interactive code editor. Let's see here. So we have the email preview here, save templates here. We have the email requirements here, and we have tiny. Let's go to ChatGPT and then ask for email editor. Did ChatGPT say use tiny? Tiny. Yeah. Is there any open source alternative for tiny? Okay, there are several options. Quill. Okay. Cool. Can we again, you want to open an API key? Can we use Quill instead of tiny for the editor? I'm not sure if it can read Quill as a URL, so that's something that we're going to learn. I'm not sure why it kept on asking me still like the OpenAI API key, so a strong feeling this project is going to end up being a mess. Maybe I'll not be able to publish this video. Okay, it says, okay, for the rich editor, I'm going to use Quill instead of this. It's got the original documentation that we used. What other options we have got? We've got CK editor, okay. Tricks from Basecamp. Slate. Prose Mirror, okay. We have got a bunch of options. Now it's editing the templates. I have to figure out somehow to get over this obsession with OpenAI key. So let's see. I don't know if I can edit this. Edit this. I'm deleting this. So you can see what kind of changes it makes, the diff change. So these are the changes it is making, and without telling AI, I intruded in the process and actually update it, removed the OpenAI piece, which might be a little upset for it. Okay, so we have got something. What kind of email people write? I want to write an email to my subscribers announcing my new paid community for shipping A projects together. Let's see if it can work. It's generating something. So the Grok integration is successful, as you can see here. The email preview looks like complete crap, to be honest. Let's save the template. My first crap output. Save the template. Did it save? I think the save is not working. Template saved with ID 1, template saved with ID 2. So it actually saved. Cool. So it saved. It managed to save. Wow. It managed to save. I don't know how do you retrieve it, but it managed to save. My timestamp and everything is there. The only thing is the email preview looks so ugly. Replace. To be honest, the email editor, email generator looks very ugly, and it's not even an email, a pre-written email. So I think this is mostly related to the prompting that we give to Grok. I think that has to be changed. I'm not sure if it can find out the detail. So as you can see here, so we are saying generate HTML code for an email based on the following requirements. Please provide clean, well generated, and so and so. So I want to stick to Grok. That's passive aggression. You are telling me that I should stick to OpenAI. I don't want to. Where else do you have OpenAI information? Open. Okay. You can integrate with Gemini, Anthropic, Perplexity, Google Docs, Slack. Wow. That's a lot of integration, to be honest. And maybe I should make a different one. I've got an idea, a product idea. So I'm planning to use Gemini for that. So maybe I can do it. So it is trying to improve the email to be more appealing. Let's go see the progress. It is still thinking. It's not made any changes. Another thing that I want to try to do is I want to see if we can do user login and see if that can be. So that is so for somebody who has not like shipped, let's say micro SaaS, there are two things that I'm always very scared about. One, can I give login? Second thing is, can I give? Oh my goodness, your obsession with OpenAI integration is so painful. It's deleting every single instance of Grok and then making me use OpenAI. Can you believe it? Oh my goodness. I want to replace all instances of Grok with, all instances of OpenAI with Grok API. So this is one of the important things that we need these systems to follow instructions quite well. If it does not do well now, I'm going to just probably go back again, change my requirements.txt. It's all because of ChatGPT and because also I did not read anything that it said. I want to replace all instances of OpenAI with, okay. Now it is this change will ensure we are using the API you prefer. Oh, thank goodness. It's a bit slower, I would say, than what I could have done with Cursor. But again, it comes with all these other elements that you would probably prefer. It's redoing everything. It's removing OpenAI, putting Grok in there. It's going to look for environment key soon. It's going to look for the Grok _AP _key in the environment. So I might have to go copy the key again. But at least now it is sticking to Grok. So what we can do is, as the next step, we can try to add a Google login. Okay, so it's restarting the server. We'll go back to the web view. Oh, we have got templates. That's nice. And my crap output is still saved. Okay, it's actually restarting. My bad. But I didn't see the template before. So we have got templates. And my crap output is there. That's interesting. newsletter template. Something going to happen if I select. Oh, you want grok key again. Sorry. Grok key, add the secret. This is all good at this point. I'm going to see the DevTools, new tab, email requirements, example, content blocks. This is a newsletter explaining AI concept, 5 AI concepts. Let's select newsletter template, generate email. It is a code for 5 AI concepts. Okay, presented the results to user, took a screenshot, it is thinking. Did it even work? I'm not sure if the grok integration is fine. It's again installing grok and a bunch of other libraries. Close this, go back here. Restarted the Flask. It's installing again. Is this the loop thing that people were talking about? Newsletter. Cool. What I'm going to do is it's restarting the Flask. I'm going to probably stop it here. Okay. I'll probably stop it here and say I want to add Google login to this. The agent was paused. That's okay. Again, if you think it is going to go in loop, just pause it and then ask something. I want to add Google login to this. I don't know why it did not take it from the requirement, because kind of mentioned in the requirement that we want like Firebase authentication for Google integration. It didn't do it. Okay, so to implement Google authentication, we need to do the following things. Okay, we need to set up OAuth. Oh my goodness. Is there any other way to do? Oh, let's ask ChatGPT. What's the easiest way to do Google login? It's going to say Firebase. Is Firebase the easiest way? So OpenAI tells me, ChatGPT tells me to go here, which is a Firebase console. Create a new project, apply a web app to your project, configure the. Okay, let's do that. So I'm going to go create a new project. Project name AI email gen. Accept. Enable Google Analytics. Okay, just go on. Oh my goodness, I shouldn't have enabled Google Analytics. I don't want Google Analytics. Prepare your project. Please wait. So it's creating. After we have all these things done, we have to come back here and copy the Firebase configuration object and give it here. Let's see. AI email gen. It's ready. Continue. Where do I copy this? Register an app. Okay. AI email gen. I don't want to host it now. I didn't know that you can host on Firebase as well. Script tag. Copy this. Paste it. So I've literally pasted everything that I got from Firebase. Not sure how healthy it is. And now I'm expecting it to use whatever I've pasted and then create a Google login page here. So that means maybe it has to have a login page in the first place. And as you can see here, it is thinking how long it's going to think. So another thing that we probably have to fix later on is, the terrible email that it generates. But right now I want to just see the full stack capability. I'm adding Firebase to our application for Google login functionality. This will allow users to authenticate using their Google accounts, enhancing the security and the user experience. Let's go see the progress. Did we see Firebase here? Okay, so you have an option to use let users log into your REPL using pre-built login page. That's interesting. So because we are using Replit, we could have used their inbuilt system. That's something that I didn't do it. So it's creating a login page and it's updated it. Firebase is not defined. So there is an error that Firebase is not defined. So I'm very well going to get this error saying Firebase is not defined. Can I just remove all instances of OpenAI? My goodness. I don't want you. Just go away. Firebase got an error. Is not defined. Stop asking OpenAI API key. Our integration uses Grok API, which is already set up. I don't know if it understands anything I'm going to say. It's already 30 minutes since we started this video, so let's see if we can actually build this idea. So we have got the initial version, which looks like complete crap page, but hey, at least we have something from AI. Okay, it finally tells me that it's going to remove any references of OpenAI. This should resolve Firebase is not fixed, and anyways ensuring that Grok is being used. Okay, let's see the progress. It's still thinking, it's not making any change to the code. So it's going to start making the changes. Okay, you can see that it is starting. It's changing the version. Firebase SDK version is there, and it thinks that it will fix everything. Yeah, another thing is you can invoke the DevTools from here. That could be helpful. We have got 2 templates now. What other change are you going to make? Just 2 lines of change. Okay, it's making some change here. Restarting the server. I hope it doesn't ask me for OpenAI this time. I just can't read the properties auth. Restarting the Flask. Where do we have auth? AUTH. It still asks me. That's quite bad. So what is the error that we have got? We have got this error. Copy. Oh my goodness. Cannot read properties of undefined reading auth. I forgot to say auth. I feel like from the very first time I should have just let the OpenAI thing go and started from scratch. It's making changes again. I don't know if I should delete this file as well. We are using Grok API in this app. OpenAI API. Oh, I should just give some random crap, right? Why am I even doing this? Yep, I could have answered this before. It's not going to do any validation. I should have just given some random key. It's my bad that I didn't think about that. It's restarting the Flask app. Oh, we are using Grok API. Don't. Please don't change it to OpenAI. Okay, it's updating again. Once again, deleting everything related to OpenAI. Oh my goodness, this is a big pain, to be honest. Okay, it's changing again. I don't see a login screen where I can log in with Google. Also, is there any read properties issue with auth? Also fix. Yeah, because I don't see a login page, to be honest. There is no login page that I could see of. So I hope it doesn't go back again to do OpenAI, because that is kind of a pain at this point. It always goes back to this OpenAI thing, and it's kind of irritating. And I'm not even trying here. Maybe I should like try uh, weekly AI news, generate HTML email. Is this okay? It's updating the fix. It should fix anything related to this. Why do you take screenshot? Okay, it's not generating anything at least. It is making some change here. I hope it is something related to auth. It's going to add a login logout button, user email. Is the login button visible? Let me refresh this. No, no, nope. I don't see a login button, and there is an error. Login BTN has already been declared. In fact, I don't see a login page as well. It's thinking. I hope I don't run out of my credits at this point. I want to have a happy ending to this. I'm updating the main. See, this is a problem, right? So I'm not sure if main.js is the only place where it has to update to fix this issue, because I don't have a login page in itself. And this is something somebody else like recently told me, that one of the things that I could probably do is connect Replit to my cursor and then code it there. But then again, like I didn't want that to be the case, because that would defeat the purpose of Replit agent for me. I mean, you can still do it and get the best of the both the worlds, but I want to actually see Replit agent in action. Hmm. If there is no, I don't see a login page or button. Is there any place it has been? Okay, make sure there is a login page. Let's see. Now I've again given this as, I think if you see this entire video development, it is like we have gone from really accelerating and then hitting this block where, for example, the OpenAI versus Grok thing was going on, and now with the login thing, it is kind of taking its own sweet time. One of the problems that if you code with AI every day, you would notice is that when it works fine, it is absolutely like your 100x engineer. But once you get into this rabbit hole of one error, one error, one error, you are much better off if you solve the error by yourself than asking it to solve it. Okay. It's saying it's presenting the result to me. Can you click open a Google login pop-up after that? Boss, I don't see a login page. I don't see. How do I restart my web view? Okay. I don't see. Is there a place where I'm making a mistake? Is the login button visible on the page? My page is still the same and it has got an error that says cannot read properties of undefined. Reading auth. It seems like the login page is not created properly. Let me go to the HTML, because I don't see any references of it other than my email generation page. I'm trying to be more explicit this time, just to be very clear. If it does not work this time, then I think the alternative solution is for me to go here and copy this. Let's go to the project overview. We have got one app. We have got this and we have got npm cdn config. So yeah, I think if it doesn't work, I'm going to just do this from scratch again. No. I have the same error, boss. Can we add a new login page with this Firebase config? Let's say I'm not telling it that it is not working. I'm just saying that can we add something new? And I want to see if it can do that. So where is this reading auth coming from? It's in main.js. Okay, let's go to main.js. Let's do some work. And I want to search where is auth. It's got a bunch of auth. So I technically have to see which auth. I'm going to copy this, go back to my ChatGPT. Maybe ChatGPT can rescue me. In this code, I'm getting cannot read. What is that error? Cannot read properties of undefined. Properties of undefined reading auth. See, okay, it seems there is an issue. Here are the common reasons. Incorrect Firebase initialization. Okay, it says that the file is not even check for correct usage of Firebase API. Okay, it's I think it's gone mad. So what I can do at this point is, where else it has login? Config main.py. Where is the login? So you have got generate. Where does it even try to do the login thing? Paste this. Actually, this is a Flask based app. Okay, let's see if it says anything beyond. I'll copy this entire thing. Paste it here. So I've pasted this. I'm hoping for it to understand something. This is my newly pasted text. It's thinking. "46 minutes. Is it expect? Okay, I'm updating the Firebase integration to fix the issue. The login button should be. Okay, I think it is not going to let me do it. That's the reality. It's keep on updating the same file again and again. One thing I could probably try is I could completely stop it here and then restart it. I mean, like, I can start the process again. Bro, it's not visible, bro. Do you even understand? I'm going to stop this. I'm going to go back to home. I'm going to come back here again. I don't see a login in the main.py file, and also how there is no Google auth. Let's see. At least I hope now it makes some sense. If it doesn't, I have to actually declare that I failed to build the startup idea. Probably I'll mention it in the title that watch me fail. So it's now actually deciding. Seriously. I'm going to close integration, close this. Somehow feel like it has been like stuck in this particular okay, it is configured Flask server to run. You didn't make any change, bro. Configured Flask server to run Python main.py. Okay. Started Flask server. Okay. but I don't see you making any change to my main.py. Okay, let's see. To simplify new chat, this is my main.py, and I'm going to go to my, this is my main.js. Can you fix the Firebase integration? Instead of asking you, I'll better ask. Oh my goodness. Just give me the code. Just give me the code. This is a JavaScript code. Okay, so this is giving me the main one. Copy this, go back to my main.js, save it, restart it. How do I restart the Flask server again? Flask server again. Yep, I think it does. I think I should accept my defeat as a human being, because it doesn't seem to be making any code changes at this point. I'm updating the main.py file to implement Google authentication using Firebase. Nope, you didn't update. There is an error. Okay, it didn't update. It didn't update. I'm going to close this. I'm going to do one last chance. Okay, I'm going to go back to my ChatGPT. Click new ChatGPT. Create a requirement document to implement the following using Grok API and open solutions for HTML editor. Make sure to include Firebase integration for Google login as a first page. Okay, let's see. Let's give it a fresh shot. Project name. I'm going to go create a new one. Google Firebase. Okay. It says Grok. To handle AI based. I don't need all these. I don't need all this. Just going to go here. Paste it. This is an AI email gen app requirement. Implement all these. Let's see. We're giving it one final chance to start fresh and scratch. This is what I've given. This is what it has given me. Google login for user, Firebase, Google login using Firebase, open source HTML editor, real-time preview of HTML design, and a bunch of other things. So it's thinking, okay, absolutely. Let me propose what will build for you. Cool. The good thing about Replit editor is that it always suggests you implement drag and drop functionality, add support for multiple email designs and templates. Just let's go with multiple email design templates. I've approved the plan at this point and it is starting to build for me. And it's building the initial prototype. That is the stage in which it is, as you can see here. So there are two tasks. One is to build the initial prototype and then add support for multiple email designs. I'm not sure if it is doing the Firebase thingy. Okay, it has Firebase thingy. It will ask me for Grok API key at some point. So it is doing Firebase integration and it's doing create static CSS style CSS. Auth.js, that is done. App.js, it's done. So it's very fast. From what I've seen previously, it's faster than before. And as you can see here, you can see the progress. And later on, when we come and make any update here, so it will actually show the diff changes. It's installing the required libraries. I'm not sure what it is going to use for the HTML editor part. And meanwhile, we need a Grok key. So you can go to console.grok.com/keys, create a key, copy a key, and also whatever that Firebase that you have to do, you can go to console.firebase.google.com and then get those details there. So it's still in the installation phase. After it is installing, it's installed Firebase admin, writing the poetry log file with all the Python libraries that we need. And interesting. It's gone ahead and then created a decent set of files. You've got generate template, dashboard, editor. I'm not sure if there is like a login thing. Okay, it's going to look for Firebase credentials. I'm not sure if that is how it works with respect to Firebase. That'll be interesting to see. This is my Firebase configuration. Editing the main file. It's got a bunch of things in the main file. Project ID, mock, private ID, and all those things. I assumed that it would ask me first and then create it, but it did not ask me. Maybe it's use a mock configuration for development. That is the idea. And the progress is it's making some changes. It's already editing the files. I think it understood that what it did at the first one is completely stupid. So it is using a different set now. It's again editing it. Now it's got like a good item. Okay, cool. This is promising. I'm going to copy the Grok key here. Come back and paste it. Firebase API key. Okay. Firebase API key. Firebase app ID. Is this same as, okay, no, we have a separate app ID. App ID auth domain. What is it? Okay, we have Firebase auth domain, client email, client ID. I don't have any of those things. Message, private key, private ID. Nope, storage bucket ID. Okay, I have that. And next, message sender ID. This is my message sender. Okay, message sender ID. Okay, cool. I've added the IDs I have. Others I don't. Maybe client email is like I have to give my email or what. I'm not sure. Let's see. I've given all the things that I know. You can see the values here. Let's see if it can understand what I've given. Make sure to enter the Firebase as a single line. Okay, maybe please configure the keys from this. Let's see if it can do. Do you have a better way to get? I think this is the only set of keys that I've been given by Google. Okay, so it's happy with Firebase. Let's go with Grok. Add the secret. Updating the Firebase configuration in our project to match the details you provided. And I've pasted the Grok key. It's thinking, but I've not seen any code change yet. And I've not seen it running the file, the Flask file, in this case the main.py, which will spin up the server. It is still thinking. Still thinking. Still thinking. Let me say, can you run the app with the given keys? Copy the Firebase. Okay, so let's give the Grok. It's making the changes. Finally, it is going to run the application and stop my chess match that I was watching. It's installing the dependencies. It's installing further dependencies. Writing the poetry log file. I hope it doesn't ask me the keys again. One thing that has been painful with Replit agent, I would say, is sometimes it just goes on the mode that it has to ask the key and then it just keeps on asking. It's updating the key. It's doing a bunch of things. Yep, it removed the code, added the keys. It says this package is present, nothing to add. So how do I run this? Let's say the terminal python main.py. What? When I run this is what I get. See, it's again asking me for the secrets. So the error is in main.py. Just use this. Pause. What is the error here? So rebase.initialize app.config, firebase.config, app.config from config object. Okay. Firebase configuration is hard coded here. Let's go with a web view. Okay, we have AI HTML email HTML generator, login with Google. Kind of, maybe it's working, I would say. I don't know. Login with Google. That's interesting. So when we log in with Google, it says error during sign on. Error during sign on auth configuration. Error during sign in. Auth configuration not found. Name Firebase error. Let's see what is this. Let's go to ChatGPT. Firebase error auth config not found. Okay, it's missing incomplete. Here is a step-by guide. Go to console, new project, authentication in the left sidebar. Okay, it seems this is already what we have. It's made some changes. What did it make? New tab, login with Google. I think I've got the same issue. DevTools, no user signed in. Okay, I'm clicking login with auth. Yep, it's the same error. So let's see. We've got a JavaScript file. Can you fix in this code? Just give me the updated code. Okay, let's ask ChatGPT for help. I think in this case I have to install this app. Wait, this is main.js from my Flask app. Okay, let's go back here, paste it, save it, go back to the web view, refresh this, invalid or unexpected token. Did you sign in with Google not implemented? Okay. The problem with Replit is it irritates me with this question. I don't have those keys, just skip it. They are optional. So we have got the same error again. Auth configuration not found. Okay, it's going to make some changes, it seems. Nope. Auth configuration not found. Can you please stop taking screenshots? The thing is not even working. Yep. It again wants the keys. These are the only set I have got, boss. I've got only this and it should work absolutely fine. Yep. By the time this works, I might fall asleep. It has been paused. I had to resume it. These are the only set of keys I got. Just move on. Maybe I don't need data management, I think. Maybe I don't need data management. Just login is fine. My goodness. My coder said, yes, please. Finally, it has moved on from asking me the keys. So let's hope for something good. Yes, it is, please. the agent has read it, so it's got that context of what happened before. It's still thinking, progress. It's more interested in taking screenshots. I don't think it made any change. It's just asking me to try it out again. It's not working. Same Firebase error. Don't ask me for keys again. It says it's updated a few things, but it's just assuming that it has updated it because I don't see any update here, to be honest. There is something broken in auth.js or in main.py that doesn't seem to have the right Firebase config. With the keys I have given, it should have worked. That's what ChatGPT told me. Yep, it's again asking me for the keys. I think I'm going to give up here at this point. So if you have been an AI coding skeptic, then you have got some content. I'm not sure if I'm going to publish this video or not, but I guess it might be a disservice if I don't publish, but I don't think anybody is going to watch it. Let's see. Thank you for watching. See you in another video. Happy prompting.